Hello and welcome to all students. Students, we are in the topic of chemical bonding, and in our previous lectures we have seen hybridization concept and the different examples which are based on it, and the types of hybridization, that is sp, sp2, sp3, sp3d, sp3d2. All these hybridizations we have seen with their corresponding examples. Now students, in our today's lecture we are going to come across a new point, that is salient features of molecular orbital theory. Before going to that, we should know about what is meant by molecular orbital theory. Molecular orbital is formed by an combination of an different atomic orbitals. That is, by combining atomic orbitals there is a formation of molecular orbitals takes place, and there are different salient features of this molecular theory we are now going to discuss here. The electrons in a molecule are present in various molecular orbitals, as the electrons of atoms are present in various atomic orbitals. The atomic orbitals of comparable energies and proper symmetry combine to form molecular orbitals. While an electron in an atomic orbital is influenced by one nucleus, in a molecular orbital it is influenced by two or more nuclei depending upon the number of atoms in the molecule. Thus an atomic orbital is monocentric while molecular orbital is a polycentric, because there is a involvement of the atomic orbitals which are taking part in the formation of molecular orbitals. The number of molecular orbitals formed is equal to the number of combining atomic orbitals. When two atomic orbitals combine, two molecular orbitals are formed. One is known as bonding molecular orbital, while the other is called as anti-bonding molecular orbital. The bonding molecular orbital has lower energy and hence greater stability than the corresponding anti-bonding molecular orbital. Just as the electron probability distribution around the nucleus in an atom is given by an atomic orbital, the electron probability distribution around a group of nuclei in a molecule is given by a molecular orbital. The molecular orbitals, like atomic orbitals, are filled in accordance with the above principle, obeying the Pauli's exclusion principle and the Hund's rule. Now look at this figure. Students, you will notice here in the present slide you will notice atomic orbitals which are present at both the sides. By combining the unpaired electrons from this separate atomic orbital, electrons are going in pairing with each other in the bonding molecular orbital. That is, molecular orbital is now formed, which is present at lowest energy than that of the atomic orbitals in which the electron was present with unpaired spin. Now here, when the ground state electrons are filled, then electrons move in the next shell, that is anti-bonding molecular orbital, which are situated at highest energy levels than that of the atomic orbitals. Now formation of atomic orbitals, LCAO, that is linear combination of atomic orbitals, now we are going to consider here. Consider the hydrogen molecule consisting of two atoms A and B. Each hydrogen atom in the ground state has one electron in 1s orbital. The atomic orbitals of these atoms may be represented by the wave function, that is psi A and psi B. Mathematically, the formation of molecular orbitals may be described by the linear combination of atomic orbitals that can take place by addition, sometimes subtraction of wave functions of individual atomic orbitals shown below. Now psi AB is nothing but the either summation or subtraction of atomic orbitals. In general, we have shown here. Therefore, the two molecular orbitals sigma and sigma star are formed as sigma is nothing but the addition of the two wave functions, that is psi a and psi b, and sigma star is the subtraction of the wave functions, that is psi a minus psi b. Sigma is the molecular orbital which is formed, or we can also call it as a bonding molecular orbital, and sigma star is corresponding anti-bonding molecular orbital. Now the molecular orbitals sigma formed by the addition of atomic orbitals is called bonding molecular orbital, that in the previous slide I have already stated, while the molecular orbital sigma star formed by the subtraction of atomic orbital is called anti-bonding molecular orbitals. Now the condition of combinations of atomic orbitals, which are now we are going to discuss here in this slide. The combining atomic orbitals must have the same or nearly the same energy. This means that 1s orbital can combine with another 1s orbital but not with 2s orbital, because the energy of 2s orbital is approximately, or we can say appreciably, higher than that of 1s orbital. This is not true in the atoms are very different. The second thing is that the combining atomic orbitals must have the same symmetry about the molecular axis. By convention, z axis is taken as the molecular axis. It is important to note that atomic orbitals having the same or nearly the same energy will not combine if they do not have the same symmetry. For example, 2pz orbital of one atom can combine with 2pz orbital of the other atom, but not with the 2px or 2py orbitals because of their different symmetries. The combining atomic orbitals must overlap to the maximum extent. Greater the extent of overlap, the greater will be the electron density between the nuclei of molecular orbital. Now in our next slide we are going to discuss the types of molecular orbitals. Molecular orbitals of diatomic molecules are designated as sigma, pi, delta, etc. In this nomenclature, the sigma molecular orbitals are symmetrical around the bond axis, while the pi molecular orbitals are not symmetrical. For example, their linear combination of 1s orbital centered on two nuclei produces two molecular orbitals which are symmetrical around the bond axis. Such a molecular orbitals are of the sigma type and are designated as sigma 1s and sigma star 1s. If the internuclear axis is taken to be in the z direction, it can be seen that the linear combination of 2pz orbitals of two atoms also produces two sigma molecular orbitals designated as sigma 2pz and sigma star 2pz. Molecular orbitals combined, or you can say obtained from 2px and 2py orbitals are not symmetrical around the bond axis because of the presence of positive lobes above and negative lobes below the molecular plane. Such a molecular orbitals are labeled as pi and pi star. A pi bonding molecular orbital has larger electron density above and below their internuclear axis. The pi star antibonding molecular orbital has a node between the nuclei. Energy level diagrams for molecular orbitals. We have seen that 1s atomic orbitals on two atoms form two molecular orbitals designated as sigma 1s and sigma star 1s. In the same manner, the 2s and 2p atomic orbitals give rise in the following 8 molecular orbitals. Now look at, students, this is very important data. which are the antibonding molecular orbitals and bonding molecular orbitals. Their notations are represented here. We already seen one is sigma star and sigma. Here sigma 2s, sigma star 2s, sigma 2pz, sigma star 2pz, pi 2px, pi 2py, pi star 2px, pi star 2py are the bonding and antimolecular bonding orbitals respectively. Now students, in this slide there is a one important information that we have provided here. The energy levels of these molecular orbitals have been determined experimentally from spectrometric data for homonuclear diatomic molecules of second row elements of the periodic table. The increasing order of energies of various molecular orbitals are provided for O2 and F2 is given below. For O2 and F2, the energy sequence will be like this. Sigma 1s is having less energy than that of the sigma star 1s, than that of the sigma 2s, then sigma star 2s, then sigma 2pz is having less energy than that of the pi 2px and pi 2py, and again is having less energy than that of the pi star 2px is equal to pi star 2py, and is having less energy than that of the sigma star 2pz. Means sigma star 2pz is present at the highest energy level in the given molecular orbital diagram. Now for instance, if we consider here for the molecules such as B2, C2 and N2 etc., the increasing order will be somewhere different than that of the first one. However, this sequence of energy levels of molecular orbitals is not correct for the remaining molecules, that is Li2, B2, C2 and N2, and that energy sequence is provided here. The important characteristic feature of this order is that the energy of sigma 2pz molecular orbital is higher than that of the pi 2px and pi 2py molecular orbitals. Now students, if we consider the electronic behavior and molecular orbital, the distribution of electrons among the various molecular orbitals is called as electronic configuration of the molecule. From the electronic configuration of the molecule, it is possible to get an important information about the molecule is discussed below here. The stability of molecules, that is Nb, is the number of electrons occupying bonding orbitals, and Na is the number occupying the antibonding molecular orbitals. The molecule is stable if Nb is greater than that of Na. The molecule is unstable if Nb is less than that of the Na. In more bonding orbitals are occupied, and so the bonding influence is stronger, and a stable molecule results in the antibonding influence is stronger, and therefore the molecule is unstable. Now students, the bond order according to the molecular orbitals is provided here. Bond order is defined as the 1/2 the difference between the number of electrons present in the bonding and the antibonding orbitals, that is bond order is equal to half of Nb minus Na. A positive bond order means a stable molecule, while a negative bond order means bond is unstable, that is unstable molecule. Nature of bond: integral bond order values of 1, 2 or 3 corresponds to a single, double or triple bond respectively, as studied in the classical report. Now there are again some definitions which are present in this chapter. Bond length: the bond order between two atoms in a molecule may be taken as approximate measure of the bond length. The bond length decreases as the bond order increases. And the magnetic nature: if all the molecular orbitals in a molecule are doubly occupied, the substance is diamagnetic. However, if one or more molecular orbitals are singly occupied, it is paramagnetic, that is attracted by magnetic field. For example, O2 molecule. Bonding in some homonuclear diatomic molecules orbitals, that now we are going to discuss in our next lecture, and we will come with some different examples also, that is formation of N2, O2, F2 and C2. All these formation of molecular orbitals, which we will learn in our next lecture. So this is all about in our today's lecture. Thank you very much.